Good morning all, and welcome back to another Em's adventure. So if you watched my last video, you'll know I was up in the Hownam Hills, and it's Saturday the 30th of August and I'm back up in the Hownam Hills. That's the hill I came down off last week, not last week, the week before, where the hill fort is on the top. So I must have come all the way around the back of there from Hownam, and I did the other side. So I thought today I'll do this one, and I can hear them shooting up on the hill. They're either shooting pigeons or they've got grouse. I didn't think they did grouse on a Saturday. I thought it was always midweek. Anyway, it might be different in Scotland. Behind me here is where I was the other week when I came up to Hownam and did some hills on the other side of the valley. And over there, that's where the hill fort is, up on the top. Beautiful area. So I'm just following this track up to Heatherhope, and just going to follow the path up the valley. It's a nice little track. A car's just passed me, somebody going up to the cottage. It's warm, but there is a lot of wind up on the tops, so I'm prepared because I know it's going to rain this afternoon, and I think there's a lot of people out doing the Cheviot challenge today. Might bump into them on the way if I head to Windigal. Not sure which route I'm going to go. I might go left at the border ridge or go right. It just depends how I feel when I get up there. We'll always have a little swim. It's very warm down here, but every time you go around a corner there's a breeze, so it's quite nice. I think it's about 17 degrees today, and I think it's going to be about 13, 14 on the top, so that's nice. I've got my down jacket, put my vest on. When Roller went for a swim in the river, I changed from my long sleeve top because it was a bit warm down here, like I say. I'm just tooling along here and I'm just thinking, and something quite amusing popped into my head. I was thinking, like, whenever I do hiking and wild camping and stuff, I always look like a sweaty mess, and I consider myself, you know, reasonably fit because of all the hills and stuff I do, and hiking and cycling and stuff. How do all these women on Instagram look super glamorous? Like, do you take a glam squad with you? Because if anybody wants to come and be my glam squatter, you're more than welcome. Because every time I go out, I look like a bag of shit. And I'm not saying that for people think, no, you don't. It's an actual fact. There's so many on social media that look like they've just stepped out of a salon. Meanwhile, I look like I've just wrestled with the Rock. Anyway, I wouldn't mind wrestling with the Rock, to be honest with you. Just thinking, Yeah, it's funny what you think about. What do you all think about when you're out hiking? Answers on a postcard. Well, I've hit a fork in the road and there's a steep ascent there which takes you onto Mozie Law, or is it that one there? I need to have a look at the map. But I'm just going to sit. I've got 3 options here. It's nice to have options. Lamb Hill, Mozie Law, or another one which I need to check on the map. But yeah, we're surrounded by ladies. Hello. Surrounded by sheep playing around us. It's lovely, so we're just sitting and having a drink and a little snicky snacky snoo, and then we'll decide which path to take. Which path shall Emma take? So this is where we are at the minute, at the top of Heatherhope Reservoir or Dam or whatever you want to call it, and there's this lovely little flat bit, and this one goes on to Callow Cairn and onto Lamb Hill. This one goes straight up and onto Mozie Law, and this one is a longer way around. Shall I go up there or shall I go up there? What to do? This brings, if I go that way, it brings you onto the street, which is the way I want to go back. So I think I'm just going to go straight up. Straight up. In the words of Paula Abdul, straight up now, baby. Scrap that idea, we're not going up there, we're going this way. This is the way up onto Mozie Law. That takes you into some rough ground. So let's try this way. I don't know where I'm going, really I do. I'm just following Heatherhope Burn, and I'm just going to go up the side, up the centre of that middle ridge there, and climbing up. We've done 4 miles already just on the flat. We haven't even started climbing yet. Such a gorgeous area. I love it up here. As I said in my last video, I've tended to just sort of explore the other side of like Mozie Law from Cocklowfoot Farm and Alwitton and places, so it's a nice change to come up from this side because there's so many smaller hills as well. It's just stunning. That breeze is lovely. I've got a feeling I'm going to have to layer up on the top, but that's how it is in the Cheviot Hills, isn't it? And the Scottish Borders. I'm not in the Cheviot Hills, I'm in the Scottish Borders. Technically it's not the Cheviot Hills until I get up onto that ridge. Just gorgeous. We're having a lovely day because, as I say, it's a lot cooler, which makes hiking a lot easier with the dog. And he's got a dead thing. What's he doing? Oh, it's a pheasant carcass. So I've come to these little huts and I just need to take a left up here and just traverse the side of this ridge first to get up onto the top. Now if you go up that way, it'll take you up to Lamb Hill, which is up that middle bit and to the right, but we're not going that way today, we're going straight up here. On a little leg pumper now, get the heart going, because like I say, we've been on the flat for 4 miles. Get the heart rate up. It's bloody lovely. Look at that. That's where we're heading. Now I think this one over here with the trig point is Church Hope Hill. I could be wrong, but I'm sure that's what it is. And this is the rig. I'm just going to check. I think it's called Hard Rig. Yeah, this is Hard Rig. I mean, it's not that hard to be fair. I've climbed worse, put it that way. Easy to follow. I mean, if anybody wants to do this hike, always bring a paper map. I've got mine with me in my bag, just in case all my electrics fail and the mist comes in and the bad weather. Just be prepared, because it looks lovely now, but it could change. I've only seen one other person, a runner, running along. It must have come off the hill and was going along the bottom of the valley. It's just so quiet. There's nobody here. I shouldn't really do videos, should I? Because then everybody will be coming. But it's nice to share your adventures, and it's memories for me, isn't it? I just love it. What a way to spend a Saturday afternoon. The clouds are moving pretty fast. We've come from down there and up this track. It's lovely, steady little climb all the way up to the border ridge. Beautiful. It's a lovely quad track this to follow, and you've got the hills all around you. Beautiful. Looks like the weather's coming in. Just got this little bit to go. Nice climb up that. Very nice climb up. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Bit windy on the top. I think we've got a quarter of a mile or so, half a mile to go before we hit the top. And then we're gonna swing a left and head towards Windy Gyle. But these ones I'm going to do my next free weekend. I'd quite like to do that little horseshoe maybe. many hills to explore up here. You could hike for days and not see anybody, to be fair. Hike for days. I would imagine there'll be a few wild camping tonight, maybe, but I think it's forecast for rain. So if you're wild camping tonight, bring some decent pegs and a decent tent, and your waterproofs, my advice. Otherwise, enjoy every minute of it. But this is where it's at. This is where it's at for today. Wandering aimlessly is what I love to do. And I can see the Eildon Hills. I mean, you can see the Eildon Hills from space, to be fair. To be fair. Right, let's crack on. Enough of that. Just coming on to the top of Mozie Law, and over in the far distance is Hownam Law, and then you've got the Kerr and Black Hag Rig, and then there's the Shale, and then Bonnie Cheviot, and you can just see Hedge up in the distance. And I am on Mozie Law now. Lovely jubbly. I know I said it earlier, but I really enjoyed that climb up. Such a nice climb, nice and steady, has a few steep bits, but just lush, and the views are incredible. Yeah, glad I came this way. I'm a sweaty mess, but hey ho, that's real life for you. Just coming off Mozie Law now, and we are heading towards Windigyle. Whether we go and do Windigyle or not, I'll decide when I get to the crossroad, because I can go on to Windigyle, or which I've done a million times, and I'm not saying I don't want to do it, I'm just thinking I'd quite like to go down the street. Yeah, so we'll see when we get to the junction, but beautiful. There you go. Views. So I'm at the junction, or the crossroads, or whatever you want to call it, and I was going to go up Windigyle, but I'm not going to bother today. I've done Windigyle many times, and if I keep putting the same thing on my videos, you're just going to get bored and switch off. So I'm going to head down the street, and what I'll do is, I think this route meets up with the end, the turn off of the last Hownam Hills that I did. So it's a nice loop, and I can show you this nice little loop. I think it's about 8 miles maybe. What have we done so far? We've done 5.5. So yeah, I reckon about 8 miles. So aye, this is just this nice little loop. You can do Windigyle, which is another, I would say, 1.5 mile there, and then obviously you need to come back to here to go back to your car down in Hownam. But as I say, I've done Windigyle and I love it, but the Cheviot challenge is on today, and there's quite a lot of people up there, and I'm trying to avoid humans, so that's another reason to go down this way. It's going to take me on. Look, Roller wants to go this way, and we've not had any lunch, so we're going to stop at a nice spot round here and have some lunch. I hope you're not too disappointed in me not doing Windigyle, but if you want to see Windigyle on my videos, there's plenty on my YouTube channel, because I've done it to death. And as I say, I'm exploring. Look, you can see the yellow figures going up like little ants. and I love seeing people hiking, but today I just want to be me and my dog in the hills, if that makes sense. So yeah, there you go. Right, let's get on. So we're just standing on the street now, and this was used in the 1800s to, smugglers would bring whiskey in jars along the street, along the border ridge, in and out of Scotland and into England. The Slime Foot pub was 200 yards down this track, no longer there now, which is a shame because I could just do myself a cheeky cider. However, this is still used for military training around this area. So yeah, if you're heading along, you just got to check, because they do come up and down in their vehicles. They don't fire on here because it's not firing ranges, but they do use the military vehicles on these little tracks. But it says here, another one of those signs, from the 1st of April to the 31st of May, except for access, so no motor vehicles in that month. Well, 2 months. So yeah, this is the street, and I am heading, and the rain has just come on now, so I'm going to get my waterproof jacket out. It might pass with the wind, but yeah, I'll get my waterproof jacket out and just keep dry. But I'm starving. I'm going to have something to eat. We're going to find a little hollow cove and have something to eat. But just look at the view. There's Cheviot. That's the route up onto Windy Gyle, and then you've got all this is Beaumont Valley. Beautiful. It's very autumnal today. The heather's changing colour. Yeah, well, it's September on Monday, isn't it? Right, we've just stopped to have our lunch. Rollo's, what's Rollo had? Rollo has had a sizzler, meaty treat. That actually smells delicious. I could just bang one in myself, but I'm not going to, because I'm having ham and cheese. Literally just ham and cheese. Yeah, don't know why. No bread. Oh, I didn't have any bread at home, man. I'm going to go and get some bread on the way back. Hey, running out of bread. Anyway, so yeah, we've stopped on the street with a lovely view of the Cheviot Hills. There's Cheviot. And then we've got the Shill, the Kerr, Black Hag Rig, and then Hownam Law and all these hills over here. So yeah, we're gonna have our lunch and have a mosey back. So this over here is Kelso Cliff Rig and Windy Rig, and that takes you down to Cocklowfoot Farm. So everything's pretty close, isn't it? Yeah. Hope you're all having a lovely weekend. How was your bank holiday? Mine was a bit manic, mental, crazy as usual, but hey ho. Yeah, hope you're all very well. Just want to, I've been thinking about them today. An Instagram follower and a chap who watches my YouTube channel and has been a huge support for my M's adventure, Jimmy McCutcheon. I just wanted to give you a little mention, Jimmy, because you've supported me since I started, both on Instagram and on YouTube, and I know you are fighting an illness at the minute. Gutted for you, mate. I just want to say that I'm thinking about you and I'm sending you loads and loads of healing thoughts, and you got to get yourself better, man, so you can get out on a hike in the Cheviot Hills, because I know you love it up here. Just keep going, keep fighting it, and I'm just sending you loads of love, mate. Right, come on. Lunch break is over, that's it. We are going to head down off the hills. It's actually a bit nippy. Glad I put my jacket on, but I've got ram all over my face. That was a nice little stop. Yeah. Rolo says, can we just stay another 5 minutes? I could just have a coffee and a bit of cake, actually. Sooner we get down the hill, Rolo, the quicker we'll get a bit of coffee, a bit of cake. Ooh, a bit of coffee cake might be nice. Fancy some coffee cake? Do you? Right, off we go. Back down the street. We're going to go back via Greenbrough Hill and probably run alongside Hownam Law as well. I've just spotted a little cairn on top of that little hill there, so we're going to just come off the street for a sec and go and have a little mosey up onto there. Well, that one seen. Let's go back to the street and head on the path. I could cut across the heather and cut it, take a shortcut, but I don't want to take a shortcut. I want to follow the street. So we're going to head back down the way we came to the fence line. Nice little spot. It has no name, this. It just says Ken. Don't know who Ken is, but may rest in peace. Right. So we came right over those hills, right around there, right around, and then back down this way. Right, let's go, let's go, let's go. Right, my curiosity was satisfied by heading over to that little mound with the cairn on the top. Just a simple cairn on top of a hill, possibly an old hill fort. It doesn't say anything on the map, but hey ho. A lot of you might think, why would you go off trail just to go and have a look at a mound? Well, why not? I'm just making the most of being able to get out on my two legs, because I'm not getting any younger. I'm 54 next month, and I just think, you know, you've just got to make the most of it. I know people that have hiked for years and now can't, and they just, yeah, they miss it so much, and it makes me really sad. So that's why I get out at every opportunity and just get in the hills or get for a walk, because tomorrow I might not be able to. Oh, that's a bit depressing, isn't it? I hope I'm still hiking the hills when I'm 80, but if not, I've had a blast. Yeah, so this is why I get out. If in doubt, just get out. God, that sounds cheesy as out now, doesn't it? Cheesy taglines. Anyway, right, back to the hike. We will be coming up to Greenborough Hill, where I was last week. No, not last week, the week before, my last video. So it's a nice little joiner upper, this. You could either do both of the hikes separately, or you could put them into one and do a big hike.
To whoever may need this nugget of encouragement, things will be alright, so quit your worrying. I get it, the odds seem stacked back against the wall, but even consider it such, know you'll stand tall. Sat and watch from the sidelines one too many times. Wicked games we play make me wanna lose my mind. Found solitude knowing it'll be over soon. Ever need a boost, count on me for the 1-2. Trouble don't last when the tough get going. Baby, all we do is win, so show me my opponent. Adversity, doubt, stress, could care less, cause how we handle those like an S on our chest. Super proud of how we held it down on the way up. Can't wait for our day to ball. This is a layup. Nobody ever said this would be easy, but trust when I say that you got it. I know you've been looking for a breakthrough, trying our best to make do. Every day is something new, but change gon' come. Oh yes, it's true. Brighter days are straight ahead.
I have to say, if anybody's wanting to do this Mozie Law from Hownam hike, either way, it's so easy, because it's an actual track that takes you right up to Mozie Law, and also coming back down, you don't have to do any bog hopping. There's no peat bogs, so if there's that sort of thing often puts people off coming up into these hills, because they're like, oh, it's just peat, you know, and it's going to be knee deep in heather. And I mean, it can be if you want it to be. I like to go off-road sometimes, but this is so easy, this track. I mean, look, it's generally like this whole way, all the way around, it's like that. Apart from when you come up from what's it called, Green Hill Farm, it's like a gravel track until you get past the dam, and then it's like this. But yeah, don't let the heather and the peat bogs put you off coming out in these hills, because this hike, I mean, I don't want to say it, and I don't like to say it, but you could do it in your trainers. Please don't, because there's too many people come up here in their trainers and get stuck in Cheviots. But anyway, yeah, well worth a visit.
You've been looking for a breakthrough, trying our best to make do. Every day is something new, but change gon' come. Oh yes, it's true. Brighter days are straight ahead. Follow me, won't be misled. Just look up, don't hang your head, and we'll get to the promised land. Somebody Everybody loves you, please don't forget such. Take your time, no need to feel rushed. We gon' shine somehow one day. Word to O'Shea, today's been a good day. Don't let one bad apple spoil the tree. The fruits of our labor seem ripe, can't you see? A little insight so they'll never dim your light. Been wrong for too long, this here feels so right. Leave your fears in the rear view, right now on the mission. Trying to stay the course on this road to redemption. Giving up seems tempting, but no need. Cause I got you and you got me. A little UNITY will get us by. Through the storm and the rain, I'll be...
So over there in the distance is the hill fort that I visited on my last video. So we've done a nice little loop. I'm gonna keep this video going until we get back to Hownam, because if I remember rightly, I only started that first Hownam video when I was right up the hill next to the Standing Stone, so I missed quite a bit out. So I shall show you when I get there. I'm sure there's somebody over there camping on that hill. Probably is. I guess you could even ride your bike around this loop, you know. In fact, yeah, you could. I would suggest, if you like the downhill, if you come this way from Hownam to Mozie Law and then go downhill, because that downhill section would be excellent on a mountain bike for sure. I might have to bring Riley here for a bash on his bike. I don't know about you lot, but I do love it when a track traverses the side of a hill and goes around and moves on to the next one, because then you've got all this lovely view down this valley. It's so nice. So we're just coming around this little corner here, and so this just up here, sort of there, would have been where I went off in my last video to do the hill fort. So if I'd kept going on the street, I would have ended up at Mozie Law, which I thought I might have. But anyway, I've come back and I've done it the opposite direction and met up with this hike that I did, which is really nice. Look at that valley. So that's all the way down into Kelso Kloof and Cocklow Foot farm down there. So this track, you can actually go down into that valley. Ah, so it switchbacks down there, but I'm going to go back up the other side on the hill just to get back to Hownam. But if I wanted to go down this way, yeah, you could go down that way and do it from there. This is a pleasant wee meadow that I'm walking across. That gate there is one of those, you drive into it and go over it, drive over it. It saves you getting out and opening the gate. I've nearly catapulted myself back to 1975 in my wisdom. I thought, I'll be trying to be clever. And I stood on it. Way. It's a good job I'm hefty. If I'd been a few stone lighter, I think I would have gone back to 1975. It's quite fun actually, but I can imagine that would cause some serious injury Usha. Right, this is quite nice, isn't it? I'm overlooking the Shale, the Kerr, Black Hag Rig, Cheviot, and I've got this lovely little grassy knoll. Beautiful. Still on the street. Still on the street. Look, he's running around, living his best life. Here's another one of those gates. Shall we give it a bash? I mean, it's got a hell of a spring on it. Let's see. She's on. Rollo knows to stay out the way. Stay out the way. Stay there. Stay. Ready? I mean, this is so childish playing around with these. Stay. Whoa. See what I mean? It would actually fling you back to 1975. Such a child, but what fun. Right. We are on the path which goes past the hill fort and down to Hownam. The rain is coming, so I'm going to just change my jacket, put my waterproof on and put the camera away for now because it's coming over yonder. Catch you in a bit. I'm just filming this last section on my phone because it's clear now and my phone's more waterproof than the GoPro, so forgive me. But look, and it's windy. It's rainy and windy, but we're heading down. I mean, I don't even know if you'll hear me talking on this, but we'll give it a bash. Right. Well, that was a canny shower. It was horizontal coming down the valley. I have got to the point where just down at the bottom here. Now I'm going to go down to this bottom bit and I'm going to follow the wall line back up the hill and around the corner. However, if you wanted to go straight down to the valley floor, you can get down this valley floor and it'll take you to Green Hill Farm, which is just the first farm you come to after the parking lay-by where I've parked my car when you walk up the road towards the Yet. So if you wanted to go straight down that way, you can go straight down that way. Yeah, and there's Hownam Law. There you go. It's actually closer. It always looks further away, doesn't it, when you use a GoPro? But yeah, so we've done a loop. So we're going to carry on down here, stay on the street, follow the wall, back to the Standing Stone, and then it's just straight down the hill from the Standing Stone. So, see you in a bit. Oh, hello. I was just thinking, I have to say, this hike has had some of the best paths that I've been on in a while, just for ease. I love a bit of off-roading and I love nothing better than a bit of heather bashing and jumping in and out the peat bogs, but that was refreshing. It's been a nice track all the way around. I'm on to, hang on 1 second. Oh shit, the bed. Sorry. I'm on to 10.1 mile, however, I've knocked the pause button on my Strava on my watch. God damn it. So I reckon I'm on to mile 11, but I'll have to work it out. Say 10, just say 10.2. I don't know when it's resumed. I don't know when it's paused that. Oh, and I've just kept walking. I've only done half a mile or so since I last looked at it, so it should be all right. But that's a right pain in the backside, isn't it? Anyway, just onto the last little 3/4 of a mile, I think. So a mile, say, yeah, I'm sure it's only 3/4 of a mile up to here. But this is lovely. It's a bit breezy. I was prepared for every eventuality. Sunshine, rain, the cold, everything. Flying saucers, anything I was prepared for. I mean, I wasn't prepared for the amount of cattle poop that is on this last bit, and I keep looking for the coos, but I can't see any. Maybe they've moved on. Perhaps, oh, they might be just round this corner that I'm going now.
Super proud of how we held it down on the way up. Can't wait for our day to ball. This is a layup. Nobody ever said this would be easy, but trust when I say that you got it. I know you've been looking for a breakthrough, trying our best to make do. Every day is something new, but change gon' come. Oh yes, it's true. Brighter days are straight ahead. Follow me, won't be misled. Just look up, don't hang your head, and we'll get to the promised land. Somebody loves you, please don't forget such. Take your time, no need to feel rushed. We gon' shine somehow one day. Word to O'Shea, today's been a good day. Don't let one bad apple spoil the tree. The fruits of our labor seem ripe, can't you see? A little insight so they'll never dim your light. Been wrong for too long, this here feels so right. Leave your fears in the rear view, right now on a mission. Trying to stay the course on this road to redemption. Giving up seems tempting, but no need, cause I got you and you got me. A little U-N-I-T-Y will get us by. Through the storm and the rain, I'll be by your side. Look alive, the best has yet to come. Just some words of wisdom, plenty more. I know you've been looking for a breakthrough, trying our best to make do. Every day is something new, but change gon' come. Oh yes, it's true. Brighter days are straight ahead. Follow me, won't be misled. Just look up, don't hang your head, and we'll get to the promise. Yeah. And it may seem like things ain't working out, but I know we gon' find a way without a doubt. Just hold on a little longer, you gon' see this through. I've been there, certain things always remain true. Remain true. No matter what you're going through.
It's getting a bit tasty. Tasty weather. Crikey, we've been right up the back there, right up in the distance, miles and miles. Miles and miles. Last little bit now. Once you get over this, past this wood, we're going down into Hownam village. And I have to say, I have thoroughly enjoyed it. Look, the sheep are hiding in the forest. Get some shelter, girls. Another hike in the bag. Another different route. Hownam to Mozie Law and then back into Hownam via Blackhoff Hill and the street. I can highly recommend it. I'm on 10.8 miles now, so by the time I get down it's going to be 11 and a half maybe. So yeah, Rolo's had a blast, especially now that it's cooler. It's much better for the dog. That's it. That's all I have to say, except thanks for watching. As always, I'm watching my footing because I'm bound to fall in a hole because I'm not looking where I'm going. Ooh, that wind! She's tasty! Nice little forest this. A lot of widowmakers in there. I mean, I wouldn't put my hammock in there tonight, that's for sure. Oh, hey up, what's that? Oh, it's a cry. There we go. There's the wee village of Hownam. Can you see it? Where's my car? Car's gone, John. John, car's gone. Shit, the car has gone. Where's the car? I can't see the car. Ladies, sorry to disturb your rest. Coming through. Oh, there's shite everywhere. My boots are going to be covered. I'm basically just whittering on here, aren't I? I'm just trying to fill in a few minutes to get down the hill. Do you know what? I'm going to turn you off and I'll bring you back when I get to the bottom, because this is ridiculous. I'm either going to hurt myself or I'm going to bore you to death, if I haven't bored you to death already. How many? That's 4 minutes 20 of just rambling.
Somebody loves you, please don't forget such. Take your time, no need to feel rushed. We gon' shine somehow one day. Word to O'Shea, today's been a good day. Don't let one bad apple spoil the tree. The fruits of our labor seem ripe, can't you see? A little insight, so they'll never dim your light. Been wrong for too long, this here feels so right. Leave your fears in the rear view, right now on the mission. Trying to stay the course on this road to redemption. Giving up seems tempting, but no need, cause I got you and you got me. A little UNITY will get us by. Through the storm and the rain, I'll be by your side. Look alive, the best has yet to come. Just some words of wisdom, plenty more. I know you've been looking for a breakthrough, trying our best to make do. Every day is something new, but change gon' come, oh yes it's true. Brighter days are straight ahead. Follow me, won't be misled. Just look up, don't hang your head, and we'll get to the promise, yeah. And it may seem like things ain't working out, but I know we gon' find a way without a doubt.